Hello and welcome back to another edition of our Waadaplaya Concussion Sub series. I am your host Sanjay with Concussion Sub Vishak with me. Our guest today is Jake O'Flaherty, all the way from New Zealand. He's an announcer of the BlackCaps, the White Ferns, which is New Zealand's women's cricket, and Super Smash, sports DJ, and spin doctor. We'll ask about what is a spin doctor. So welcome to the show, Jake.
It's great to be here, guys.
Great. Jake, tell us about yourself, your interest in cricket, and how did you land up with your current role with the BlackCaps?
Yeah, so I mean, it's a pretty dream gig. So what happens basically is the announcer, I get to do all the announcements as the players come onto the field. So often it's the voice around the stadium that says the incoming batsman, Kane Williamson, and then the crowd gets to go crazy, and it's quite a phenomenal job. It's a dream job, actually. And the way I got it was quite strange because there was a guy before me who did it for 20 odd years, and I never really dreamed of getting this job, to be fair. But what I did as a high school student was just me and my friends, actually, just like you guys, started a YouTube channel, had a bit of fun, talked cricket, talked rugby league, rugby union, netball, whatever we really wanted to be fair. And then I sort of volunteered to do everything for free for every club that I could, really. And then all of a sudden, because I did a lot of freebie stuff with people, eventually someone saw it and then asked me to do the MC announcing stuff for the Silver Ferns, and that's our national netball side. And that was about in front of 8,000 people, and I was thinking, crikey, this is pretty incredible. And then the role for the ground announcer of the BlackCaps came up, and so I went and met with New Zealand Cricket, and they managed to choose me, and I'm grateful for that. And now it's my third season with the team. So it's been a great ride actually from there, and now I get to do a lot of that announcing for not only cricket but rugby and netball around the country. So it's good fun.
Oh wow, excellent! So you have your Super Smash announcements. You have international. So do you do pretty much everything throughout the year for different sports as well?
Yeah, so I'm down in Christchurch at the moment. Actually, I'm originally from Auckland. Well, I should say actually originally from Morrinsville, which is rural New Zealand, and then went to Auckland for university. But in Christchurch at the moment, we had the Canterbury versus Wellington double header at Hagley Oval, which is a great venue, and that was today, and I had a match here yesterday as well. Tomorrow morning, early flight, 7 a.m. flight out to Auckland for Auckland versus Northern Districts, and I know that it's going to be an incredible game, the men's game, because all Trent Bolt, Kyle Jamieson, and Tim Southey are all playing in that domestic game, and that'll be the first time in a while. So that's good fun. Of course, with the break at the moment with international cricket in New Zealand. But basically, I do all of the BlackCaps, majority of the White Ferns, and then majority of the Super Smash season for New Zealand cricket. There's a couple of other guys that do it as well. And so we really just live the dream. But other than that, I've done the Blues Super Rugby side and some stuff for New Zealand Rugby and New Zealand Netball too. So it's a pretty phenomenal way to make a living.
Absolutely. I'm already jealous of you because New Zealand has some of the most prettiest grounds in the world, like the Queenstown, Hagley Oval, and you name it. And the spectators seem to be so close to the action, unlike some of the stadiums in India where you're almost like in a cage. But yeah, New Zealand seems to be this absolute dream job. So yeah, great.
Yeah, well, you're right. It's pretty phenomenal at these New Zealand venues, and we probably take it for granted a little bit in New Zealand that we get to sit on the grass and watch cricket, which is something that often is not the case around the world, and we just think it's normal. So, but yeah, there is some fantastic venues and history too with grounds such as the Basin Reserve. That was the place I had my first test at as the announcer, which was in 2018 when we played Sri Lanka. And I think that was the 15th of December. I think it's either the 14th or 15th. I even remember the date. But a lot of history with some grounds, and even Eden Park, despite the fact that it's been rebuilt and so forth. But it's history and uniqueness, and it's certainly special to be doing this. And you do pinch yourself at times to think, crikey, this is this is cricket in New Zealand, but watched by so many around the world. and to be part of it is a pretty special thing.
Great.